One of the things about our show is about mentorship, and it's about having people around you that encourage you, people that inspire you.
Yeah.
You came in at the height of Sprint Cup racing. I mean, Jeff Gordon,
Sure.
Jr., Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
You go down the line. Who was your guy that you looked up to, before you became a Sprint Cup racer when you were at the lower level coming up?
Yeah. So I really looked up to my boss, Tony Stewart.
Yeah, Tony. I forgot. Sorry
yeah.
I forgot all about that.
So Tony was at Joe Gibbs Racing when I first got
yes.
there, and Tony took me under his wing and treated me awesome, like a little brother, and really kind of taught me a lot of the ins and outs about the sport, a lot of what not to do politically.
Yeah.
He was always very brash and very opinionated, and he was always like, "Man, just don't do what I do." Like, and so he was very, very, very good for me. And then besides Tony, Jimmy Johnson. I just respect the guy so much. He's so sports, 5 championships in a row, 7 total championships, and yet so humble and so down to earth. And I just respect that so much and look up to that.
What is it like, just for the regular guy out there to be at Daytona and to be going over 200 miles an hour with people about that far from you on each side?
Yeah, it is. It is so intense. You can't even really describe it. So most of the time people underestimate race car drivers as athletes. They don't think we're athletes. But the reality is that we operate in very extreme conditions. The inside of the race car is about 130 degrees. We see heart rates, in that zone 2, zone 3 heart rate, which is about what a marathon runner sees for 3 hours. So we're in some pretty extreme conditions, working pretty hard. And, oh, by the way, we're going 200 miles an hour, 1 inch apart from the guy next to us and in front and behind us. It's really, really hard to let that sink in for somebody. The best way I can describe it is if you're going down the interstate, say at 80 miles an hour.
Which I've unfortunately not going to say.
I'm sure you have.
Yes, I have.
And you have a semi-truck, and you're kind of tailgating the semi-truck, and then you look in your mirror, and there's a semi-truck tailgating you, and oh, by the way, there's a semi-truck on each side of you on other lane. You can't see where you're going. You can't see in front of you. You can't see behind you. You can't see on the sides. You're just going off a feel, and you're gauging your next move and everything off of the cars around you.
First time after the PR marking where you begin to laser focus on the race?
After the driver's meeting. So the driver's meeting is always 1 hour before driver introductions, and then driver introductions is usually always 1 hour before the start of the race, where the green flag drops. So 2 hours before the start of the race,
starting to focus.
We had the driver's meeting. You're really starting to focus and think about the game plan for the day, the setup changes you've made to the race car, all of those things. You're starting to download with your crew chief, who's kind of like the quarterback. And so you're kind of going through all of those things with your crew chief and your engineers. What changes did they make to the setup and all those things. And then after the driver's meeting is kind of, I've got an hour window when that's over to get ready, get my fire suit on, eat some food, because from that point forward, I'm not going to eat again for the next 5 hours.
Yeah.
And so just really preparing and getting ready to, and then once I leave the bus for driver introductions, it's on.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Roman Gabriel Show. And for more exclusive video and audio archives, go to our official website at romangabrielshow.com. That's romangabrielshow.com. And enjoy. We'll see you soon.
Listen to The Roman Gabriel Show at romangabrielshow.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.